What looks like a giant biodome we could be building on Mars is actually tech giant Amazon's most impressive headquarters, located in the heart of downtown Seattle. Fittingly named the Spheres, this stunning architecture sprawls across a large area and might just be one of the most stunning campuses in the world. Despite the incredibly futuristic looks, the Amazon Spheres have been a long time in the making, with the company announcing the project plan back in early 2010. While it held as a bold architecture, the original design was criticized for the lack of rain protection, public access, and the amount of energy needed to climatize the facility. After taking 5 long years for planning proposals and design updating, the construction was well underway, and in early 2018, Jeff Bezos ceremonically opened the complex using an Alexa voice command. The massive domes are now an iconic symbol of the Amazon brand and is a fantastic testament to the company's dedication to effortless design, sustainability, and the future of technology. Hey, I made an outrageous goal to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2020, so if you enjoyed the video at any point, don't forget to subscribe. It was originally estimated that Amazon's headquarters, including the Spheres, would cost just $2 billion to put together. However, the updated and rather complex architecture alone exceeded the estimated amount, and the cost quickly started to overrun as construction began. The budget in place had multiplied to a little over $3.5 billion for Amazon headquarters in Seattle. When it was all said and done, Amazon were looking at a bill closer to a 4. A $4 billion build is a big sum of money for any company to justify. Any company except Amazon, that is, who's currently worth over $1.7 trillion and is estimated to generate revenue of over $350 billion by the end of this year alone. So where was all the money spent, and what makes Amazon Sphere so incredible for starters? The Spheres consist of a trio of conjoined glass domes, comprising of 5 floors for meeting, relaxation and collaborative space, complete with terraces, waterfall and river features, and a treehouse conference area. Of the trio, the largest sphere measures approximately 90 feet tall and 130 feet in diameter. The facade's geometric pattern is derived from a shape found in nature, known as a Catalan solid. The entire structure is constructed from 620 tons of steel, covered in 2,643 panes of clear glass, tessellated to form a seemingly curved surface. And all 3 units share an open plan indoor area that is filled with thousands of plants, which can be viewed from multiple vantage points. Over 40,000 individual plants from over 30 countries fill the building, which provides work areas and meeting places for Amazon employees away from its traditional office towers in the city. The first thing that hits you when you enter inside is the temperature and the humidity. Inside it feels kinda muggy. The temperature is kept near the low to mid 70s during the day, with a humidity of 60%. The climate is meant to mimic that of an altitudinal zone found in Costa Rica or Indonesia. And that's why many of the plant species there are from cloud forest ecosystems. They give you freshness wherever you go. A cloud forest is a type of high altitude tropical forest with cooler temperatures on the mountain slopes, causing clouds to form which provide moisture to the plants. The lush plants that live inside the domes thrive in a zone that does not need a lot of seasonal change and like what people like during the day. Temperatures there range from 68 to 74 degrees. The 60 to 65% humidity level is a little higher than an office environment, but the employees have given positive feedback and even say they become more creative and think more clearly. The company described the Spheres as a direct link to nature for employees, with more than 400 species of plant life now occupying the building. It includes more than 200 species on a 60-foot living wall that extends upward through the height of the central dome. The layout is guided by timber decking, floating staircases, terraces and water features. There are pathways that wind through the Spheres, which allows you to take in the plants up close. Amazon have included placards to say the type of plant you're looking at, just in case you need it. The largest plant in the Spheres is a 55-foot tall Ficus rubiginosa, which towers above everything in the structure. It has been named Ruby, With its branches stretching toward the light above, the 48-year-old tree looks like it was born in the building. But it wasn't. The tree was trucked from California and hoisted into the space in June 2017. Amazon took every opportunity to incorporate plants into the space. Even the support beams have vines snaking their way to the ceiling. Now, you may be wondering if there are people to go around and water every plant within the building. While that may seem sensible, the plants are actually watered with a gentle mist, which come from the pipes that blend perfectly across the building. The mist is sprayed across all plants at regular intervals, allowing the plants to thrive with health. But the thousands of Amazon employees won't be entirely alone with the plants. There are fish along with some insects too. A big tank on the second floor houses dozens of tropical fish swimming among plants and rocks. This one contains organisms from a stream habitat in Borneo, an island in Southeast Asia. Insects have been released inside the spheres to combat any bad bugs that can flourish inside a conservatory type environment, such as aphids. This process is necessary because the company can't spray pesticides around that many people. To make sure workers don't get bored, there are plenty of pathways to take on that curious journey. Stairways head towards the treetops and the upper levels of the 5-story structures. They also descend to the base of the water feature. Walkways wind around the perimeter and weave through the cluster of plantings. There is a wooden bird's nest seating area in the sky at the end of suspension bridge of sorts. There are wooden benches and metal tables, chairs of all shapes, and meeting spaces large and small. Every turn seems to look, feel, and smell different, which I'm sure is great at keeping the staff members feeling energized throughout their long working days. There is tons of microclimates. You'll find places that are warmer and some places that are cooler. That's by design, the way that the air movement is happening in a specific area for the plants that are in that area. The smell catches you immediately upon entering. The combination of plant life, soil, ground cover, and the misty, humid air lets you know that you've stepped away from your typical office boredom. Amazon encourages people to get up and wander around and find their favorite spots, and explore and find new spots. You may hear lots of people going, "Wow, woo, ah!" if you decide to visit it someday. The campus really does look after its staff and the environment too. You may have thought the glass used is an ordinary glass, but no. Because the structure would be housing 40,000 plants, the glass had to be capable of allowing photosynthesis. Therefore, maximizing the amount of solar energy entering the building while limiting heat was imperative. Therefore, the firm modeled more than 24 glass products before selecting SolarBand 60 glass. In addition to enabling photosynthesis, these performance characteristics met the architect's objectives to control solar heat gain, minimize the need for artificial lighting, and provide excellent glare control. While the primary reason for the construction was to make Amazon workers feel good, they also spent a minor percentage of the energy for the public. There is an added space right outside that anybody can use. It has lawn games and plenty of seating. The greenery extends to the perimeter of the building as well. Lush ferns, shrubs, and palm trees line every sidewalk. The big difference between those landmarks and the spheres? Not just anybody can go inside the spheres. It's Amazon Workspace with secured entry, but even Amazon employees have to reserve an entry time in advance. The public can't actually go inside unless they're on an Amazon HQ tour. Nothing inside the spheres is enclosed, and all the rooms inside the spheres seem to be exposed. Bathrooms are an exception. As a result, there have been a few complaints about the open office spaces, with some workers saying that they are distracting, counterproductive, and removes opportunity for privacy. But still, the futuristic facility has been incredibly well received and has set a new world standard in how outstanding a work environment can truly be. The Amazon Spheres is so full of amazing environment and amenities, more so than almost any other work environment in the world. Amazon have thought of everything from the environmental footprint to keeping their staff full up with excitement and more excitement.